We got a Twitch prediction going. Will the users be satisfied by season 10, or will it be a disappointment? Bet your channel 3 coins now, and we'll see what the result is. Just kidding. What's up, everybody? Good morning. We're gonna go live. We're gonna start talking through things within the next 2 to 3 minutes. Let's cut over the face only view. Let's do this. Hello. What's up? How you guys doing? What's up, Nikki? How are you? Say hi if you're in the chat, everyone. I'm looking at the users who are in here. We got quite the dream team. It's good to see you all. How's everybody doing? It's October 1st. It is it's a release day. On release days, the night before release days, I stay up way later than I normally do. And then I get up early and start deploying. Really, it's the morning of the release days that's the most crazy. And I get to see you guys being crazy in your general lobby, main lobby chat. Happy release day to Luku Duku. Where's my new reaction? I don't know, Ray. Where's your new reaction? We're going to start talking about new stuff in 2 minutes. Season 10 is not live for anybody except for me, Ray, Dan, and Waluigi. I was using that for some testing. Waluigi is in season 10 before you are, unless you're Ray or Dan. But I will turn it on after I kick off the convo with some intro discussion. Do we have any background music? I can't hear it. Let's turn on the Caster Garden. Tell me if the audio is okay for you guys. Yeah, Smeagol. There have been conflicting reports on Smeagol being in season 10. As far as I know, he's not in season 10 yet. Not yet, as far as I know. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's get started. I am woefully underprepared for these discussions always, so I just kind of ramble and talk through the various list of what's new. Let me start by saying that in season 9, we had some huge navigational changes. Okay. Some of the feedback was, nobody asked for this. Why are you changing things? It was good the way it was. In fact, a select few of you are still using the old navigation. And trust me, that is valid feedback. I hear you. It's always like a balance, right? Between like foundational stuff that I know that we need longer term for growing, versus, short-term big wins and things that the super users who are already active are requesting, right? So with season 10, it's all about the super users. It is very much unbalanced. I'm very much going for short-term wins, the things that you guys have asked for. You remember the quest that was like, what's the wish list for the next season? I literally went through all the responses on that. I copied and pasted it into a spreadsheet, and I tried to work through as many of those things as I could. That's what season 10 is about. So there are no like big structural changes really, although we'll talk about it. It's a lot of smaller stuff that adds up, hopefully, into a sense of satisfaction and appreciation for the super users, because that's what it's all about for this season. And always, really. Couldn't do it without you guys. So, that said, you already know push notifications is a big part of season 10. So I did spend a majority of my time on push notifications, and specifically a majority of my time on push notifications for Apple. So literally had to buy a new laptop just for doing that. Had to learn a couple new languages just for doing that, to get the push notifications working in the Apple iOS App Store app, right? So that was a big part of it. You already have seen that. You got that present early. Christmas in September, I guess. All right. So that's the intro. This is all about super user requests. Try to do as many of those as I possibly could. What else is new? Before we open up the platform and before we start talking about technical stuff, let's talk about a couple of other things. First of all, we're not even going to talk tech. We are going to talk clothing. We're going to talk merch. Check it out. First of all, look at this shirt that I'm wearing. What doesn't kill you gives you XP. I kind of hinted at this before. Dan and Ray and I have been working on some new merch concepts, but here's one. What doesn't kill you gives you XP. It's got the small little Channel 3 logo on there. This is meant to be like a general kind of shirt. Like, you don't have to be like a Channel 3 user to like necessarily, get this, but we're trying to think of like, you should be able to buy gifts for any gamer in your life, right? And that's what Channel 3 should provide. Maximize social gaming joy, right? And then the other thing I got is this hat. Check it out. Hats are back. Custom embroidery on demand is happening. I got a light blue one because it's new and I love it. Custom embroidery on hats. The other thing, and again, these are all things that have been requested by the super users. That's why we're doing this. Sometimes I joke with my family. I'm like, I'm making all this Channel 3 merch stuff, but really like the vast majority of the population doesn't care about Channel 3 yet, right? But you guys do, the super users do, and that's why we make it. We're not like making a bunch of money on Channel 3 stuff. It sells in like small batches. But it's more for you guys, and it's also so that we can pack the prize counter with Channel 3 stuff. Let me show you some other physical things that we have. I got a bunch of stuff. I'm going to show you. And this is just in time for like the holidays, right? So put it on your Christmas list, right? All right. This is the football shirt you guys have already seen. This is a Niners shirt. I just wanted to show this because I'm giving this to the user on Channel 3 called at Niner because he helped me out with Apple. He's lent me a laptop before, so there's that. You guys have already seen that. Check it out. These are tank tops. It's like a Ray skin, but it's like stone-washed quality. I've told Ray this. I don't really love the way this fits, but some of you may be into that sort of thing. There you go. All right. Here's just a general Channel 3 shirt with retro style logo flair. We're going to be seeing a lot more of that. There's a few more things that have that kind of design on it, including, check it out. So I have sweat shorts on that have that logo. These sweat shorts are awesome. Honestly, I love them. They're very nice. Wasn't sure how they would turn out, but they turned out lovely. Similar is sweatpants. Sweatpants, they're kind of like jogger style sweatpants. And they're all different colors, and they're super, super nice. Super nice. Sweat shorts, sweatpants. We got them. These are things that you guys asked for, so I'm like, let's make it happen. Last but not least, in terms of physical items, this one is a little bit interesting. And there's probably like 3 people that care about this. I am one of them. Ray is one of them, and I think Westy is one of them as well. Check this out. You ready? Channel 3 pickleball paddles. How ridiculous is this? All right, so they come in a pack of 2, and they have the pickleball balls in there too. They're interesting. I haven't played with them yet, but they're a little heavier than most pickleball paddles I've used. They are made out of wood, which I think is interesting, and the grip's kind of big. I think they I don't know. They may crush the ball. I'm not sure. They're cool. All right, let me share my screen. I want to show you the whole store. We'll come back to this. We're not live yet. So if you go to the shop.channel3.gg, all the stuff's in there. Go to new, click new across the top, and you'll see all this stuff. So again, custom embroidery. This is the hat that I'm currently wearing. Is this? It looks just like that. But this is the one that I have, the blue one. But they have all these different colors. I thought there was even a camo one. I'll have to look into that. But all different colors. Cool. That's custom embroidery. There's 2 other hat styles that I have not personally seen. So if anybody gets these, I want to know what they're like. One is a trucker style hat, like that. It looks cool in the mock-up, but honestly, I have not seen it yet. So if anybody gets it, post pictures. I know you will. This one is the flat bill. I can't wear flat bills. I look stupid. But for some of you who are way cooler than me, might be able to pull this off. I would love to see what these look like. Because in the mock-up, it looks like the logo's so low. But I want to see the Tucker hat. We got the Dan Trucker hat out there. The Tuckett hat. But yeah, if anybody gets these flat bill, I'd love to see it. It seems like the logo's too low. And if it is, and you buy this, and you tell me, we can remake it and send you a new one for free. That one's kind of cool. I like the pink. All right, those are hats. These are the sweat shorts. I actually love them. Sweat shorts right here. These are the ones that I'm wearing, but then they are all they have all these different colors as well. These are the blue jean ones. Yeah, that's right. Sweatpants in all different colors. It has these janky like mock-up images because they're brand new, like to our merch provider, so they don't have like the actual images yet. So I wasn't sure how they turn out, but they turned out amazing. Really love them. Really. That's the tank top. Here's the pickleball kit with the 2 paddles. A few other shirts I'll go through really quick. We'll get to the tech stuff soon, I promise. Mom, gamer, legend. I like this shirt. I'm actually going to be buying this shirt for Laura because she's totally not a gamer, and it's just like ironic. The Tucket hat just falls off and it just randomly jumps off the platform that is your head. So I'll be getting this shirt for Laura just because it's hilarious to see her wearing a gamer shirt. There's Mom Gamer Legend, Dad Gamer Legend. This is cool. I feel like Veranza, I feel like I sent this and you saw it. And if you ever see that they're out of stock like this, hit like a different size or whatever, and you'll see that they're in. There's Trophy Wife and there's Trophy Husband. And then it's got obviously the trophy and the 100%, 100% on there. All right. That's that one. These are the different styles that I'm wearing right now. I paused my game to be here. I don't get older. I level up. And what doesn't kill you gives you XP. And all of these are in, a ton of different colors, right? Okay. You guys are jumping ahead. Let's do it. We got a couple of political shirts. Don't want to get too political. I actually hesitated because we really do not want to be political, but I thought these were cool. Kratos and Atreus, 24. And then I had this idea in my head and I'm like, I have to do it. I just have to. Teats and Toots, 24. Vote Teats, vote Toots. Their tilt controls are always on and they always pick Baby Park. I don't know if we have Teats and Toots in the chat. Toots is, I think. But I sent them these shirts. I sent them each one. They each have one already. I've seen a photo, I think, of Toots, but not Teach yet, wearing the shirt. It's glorious. I don't predict this one to be like a high selling item. I at least wanted Teats and Toots to have one. So there you go. All right, so new merch, and the idea again is gifts for gamers. So if there's other stuff, other things that you would like to see, let me know. Especially for like other gamers in your life who may not necessarily be on Channel 3 and don't really care about like having a shirt that says Channel 3 on it, right? So let me know. All right, what else we got? A couple more things before we get into the season and I open it up for everybody. I do want to make an announcement that Channel 3 is working with the city of Cincinnati. Again, we keep doing that, but we continue to level up what we're doing for youth esports in the city of Cincinnati. This fall, the city of Cincinnati is putting on an esports league for Super Smash Bros. And Channel 3 is helping out. So basically, this is a thing that I helped propose to them. And what we're going to do is we picked 8 different Cincinnati Rec Center locations, and we're going to form teams. At least one team in each location. And then we will have regular season matchups for those teams against each other with coaches and scoring and all that stuff, all managed within Channel 3. And then we'll have a finals with we're going to have 2 different conferences. They come together, and then we have a bracket and everything. Team-based Super Smash Bros. Esports League in the city of Cincinnati. I'm so excited for this. Honored that I get to be a part of it. And Channel 3 will be the foundational tech that will be used to run those leagues. So it's very exciting. It's going to be cool. More of that, please. If like whatever city you're in, if like municipalities or other groups like Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, 4-H, like anything they want to put on gaming leagues, let's make it happen. We can help. We can help do that. We can, obviously you've seen we can do merch for those leagues. We also do the seasons. We do the schedules, the registration, the brackets, the team stuff, all of the standings, leaderboards, all of it. We can manage all of that within Channel 3. That is the future. So if you have any ideas related to that and you want to be part of that too, hit me up. I think it's a big deal. I think it's something we can do extremely well. Before moving off of it, clothing coming in gamer sizes, coming in little gamer sizes. Good question. I need to look into that. I do know we have like the baby onesies, kids shirt sizes I need to look into. Great question. If I don't remember to get back to you on that 022, hit me up, message or email, and we can look into it. I wanted to get a shirt that says, my dad is better than you at video games. And it could be like in the Mario Kart font or Fortnite font or Smash Bros font, and then your kid would wear that. I think that would get a lot of comments out in public, like, "Oh, your dad's good at video games, huh?" Moms too. When my mom is better than you at video games, it's like the Fortnite font. Yeah, hit me up. All right, so merch. Cincinnati Esports League is happening. It's real, and it's using Channel 3. Those are two things. The other non-technology thing that I want to mention before we get into the new season is the new Channel 3 season. This is Channel 3 season 10. I won't spoil it too much. Channel 3 season 10 is sponsored by WayForward Technologies. This is like a huge deal, and I love this so much. But you may recall WayForward was on What Are Your Three podcast. Dan has developed a great relationship with them, and they have agreed to sponsor season 10. So sponsorships for seasons has always been part of the plan for Channel 3. Unlike other mainstream social platforms where everything is click driven and anybody can sponsor and it's all based on like click, rage, how much views can we get? We want sponsors on Channel 3 to be very authentic, brands that we care about, that align with our mission and our values, which WayForward, an indie game development company, studio, publisher is obviously that. They've been in the industry for so long, decades. So it's a great partner for us. Just to be completely transparent, what does it mean that WayForward is sponsoring Channel 3 Season 10? Basically, all it means is that they agreed to it, and they are going to put free stuff in the price counter that you can unlock. So if you scroll down here, we won't do that yet because I'm going to open it up soon. Basically, it just means that there's going to be like WayForward games in the price counter that you can get just by getting XP and tickets. That's what it means. So when we say they are sponsoring it, it means that they are putting up things of real value for our community, and we are very appreciative of that. So if you click this banner at the top, WayForward, it'll take you to a super post about the sponsorship. We would love for all of you to show your love, show your support for the things that WayForward is doing, because they are supporting Channel 3 and our community. That's cool. It's really cool. This is all Dan Tucker, by the way. He's instrumental in making this happen. We're really excited about it. Just like when I talk about Cincinnati esports leagues, if you are familiar with a company that is perfect and on brand for Channel 3, they're all about maximizing social gaming joy in an inclusive and positive way. Let's make those connections happen. Let's have those conversations. I can see so many cool things happening with this type of thing going forward. Game development companies, publishers, yes, but also like peripheral makers, all kinds of stuff that gamers are interested in, that our community is interested in. All right, cool. Without further ado, should we deploy the season? This is the moment of truth. while I'm doing this, deploying the code that lets you guys into Season 10, I'll preface it by saying, as always, there will be bugs. There will be issues. And you guys will tell me about it. And I love that about you. Please do so. Tell me what you hate. Tell me what's broken. Please, please, please. And then, most importantly, please be patient with me as I fix it. And we will fix it. There are most of the things in this season will go off without a hitch. It won't have any issues at all because it's like minor. But there are a couple of things that I'm a little bit nervous about that I think could have some consequences, but we shall see. Go ahead and refresh. You should be in the new season. Let me know. Let me know if you're in. If you are in the new season, it will load up. Darth is in, but it's just spinning for me. This is one of those issues that I'm a little concerned about. I'll talk through why that is in a second. Not in, not in, not in. Some people are in, some people are not in. It's just spinning. It's possible that I need to pause this stream and come back. While this is just spinning, I'll acknowledge why that is, and then I'll go fix it and come back. So, for anybody who's technically advanced, I'll say that our web server has completely changed. So we're on AWS, which is Amazon, and we completely changed servers with the new season. So when we moved to Season 10, we cut over from an older version of Amazon web servers, and we cut over to a newer version that in theory is ultra scalable. So if we get a ton of users overnight, we just spin up a bunch of servers and it just handles it, right? However, just whenever you change over to a new server, you kind of have some bugs that you got to work through, which is what we're seeing. So I am going to put up the stream starting soon screen, and I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on it live, and then I will come back to you. So hang around. We should be back soon. I just need to configure some stuff. I'll be right back. Be right back. Be right back. Let's get some 8-bit background music. I'm gonna go fix some stuff. I'll be back. And we're back. What's up? What's up? Though she may have mentioned it, but I was just mentioning that, or you may have missed it, but I was just mentioning that we cut over to new servers with this season. So we may have some issues with the servers. It's not that you guys did anything wrong, other than Smeagol. Smeagol did do stuff wrong. But it's that we changed our infrastructure. And yeah, it's bound to have some issues as we figure things out. I just got to tweak the settings and things like that. So I did tweak the settings and it came back. And it's still having issues. So it may take some extra tweaking. And that's okay. When I was testing this before, it was like working totally fine. But it was just like me and Dan and Ray. And now everybody's hitting it all at once. And yeah, it is quite slow. You're correct, Info Cynic. But yeah, I may need to roll back some of this infrastructure changes and revisit. It happens. It happens. We're not worried about it. We're still 30 minutes early before we're supposed to even launch, so it's fine. It's fine, right? But it is quite slow for everyone, right? Now it's faster. Is it faster? Is it good? Anybody having issues? Yeah, it was definitely. The server was just starting back up. We increased our server size, all that stuff. We should be better. We should be better. Seems to be good. Seems to be good. A little slow. It's not too rough. Much faster. Okay. You don't see your daily XP. All right. We'll address that, and then I'm going to go right into the features. So Weifu, if you guys don't see your daily XP, it's probably because you have a default filter set up. You know, one of these default views, and this thing will have a little sparkle on it. Click on For You, and then you should see your daily XP. So let me know on that. That may be something that we need to address. But no, it's quite slow again. I'm pretty sure. I may revert this back, guys, to the other structure before we really get into this. The slowness is unacceptable to me. No, it's fast. Tell me how's your guys' speed? Tell me. Should we revert? Should we revert? Decently. I mean, decently isn't acceptable. We're gonna get super speed. Okay, comes and goes. Yeah, I'm with you guys. I'll look into that. Let's. Okay. Still don't get XP. Even if you click For You, Thunderpump. Let me revert the infrastructure. I don't want a few extra seconds. I don't want the few extra seconds. And Jay Klein, I know you're gonna have some bugs and defects and stuff. Just okay. I feel you, Info Cynic. You're a pro at this stuff, so you know. All right, let's go through the changes. I want to go through the changes, and then I will optimize the infrastructure. We'll get things super clean. All right. If you have defects on things like the new post button, make sure to jot those down for me so that I can address them separately, because I'm not going to keep track of all of the chat. Okay. All right. Let's talk. So, as I said, notifications are probably the biggest deal on everything. If you go to your settings, notifications, everybody should have sort of a similar message now, whether you're on web, Android, or iOS. It should say all set on this device if you have them turned on. You can turn on notifications on your device. So if you're in App Store version on iOS, you go into your settings, and then you can go to the app and turn notifications on and off across that entire application. Same on Android, I think. Android is a little tougher for me to test. So today is like the big test time for Android. Let me know. You should get this message, and you should be able to toggle these things on and off on Android. And before on iPhone, you couldn't turn off the specific types of notifications. Now you can. Also on web, you can. And if you're on web, I'm on the website, you can change your notifications. This is Chrome, but all the browsers are similar. You got notifications here. You can turn those on and off. They should all use the same technology now. And you should be able to get them in the background on Android too, right? Before it was like you loaded up Android, you get all the notifications all at once. And that's when you get them. Now you should get them all the time. If you don't, log a bug. We'll look into it, but it should do that now. That was one of the most requested things, right, from people. And like I said, this release is all about things that you guys requested. All right. So let me talk about some of the other things. One thing that was requested, and this is so specific, but I love it. QMO was like, can we go back to the way taglines used to work, where they were like solid background? And at first I was like, I don't know if that's really important or not, but I did it and I love it. Ray and Dan have been seeing this for weeks as well, and they like it as well. But check out this tagline. Now they are, instead of, remember before it was like a border with like blue text. Now it's got that background and it's got the like sort of gradient. I know this is such a small thing. This is like a niche thing that super users would care about and nobody else. But now taglines look filled in like this and they sort of have that 3D texture. I think it's cool. I'm excited about it. But again, just for super users. Just for super users. All right. That's taglines. So that's like a big visual thing actually throughout the site. You'll see that, all over taglines. One of the other things in that wish list quest that surprised me that people were asking for all over the place was, I don't want to lose my spot in the feed. Now, the solution for this may not be perfect. So we can work on this with your feedback. But right now, as I'm scrolling through this, it is going to save my view of this feed, basically. Okay? So if I leave and I'm like, oh, Weifu, let's go check out Weifu's page, and I go to his profile, and then I go back to home, it's going to take me exactly where I was in that feed. Okay? So see that? It moves me right down to the exact same spot where I was when I clicked on Weifu, right? That's why you get this Get New Post button, because it's going to refresh this feed as if it's brand new. That's what it used to do. Now it's taking you to where you were in the feed and allowing you to continue scrolling. But now you click this button and it'll refresh this entire feed. I'm hearing some defects about where the placement of this Get New Post button are. And hit me with that, because we can work on that. We can work on the placement. And man, this is so slow. This is unacceptably slow. We'll figure it out. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to dive into the infrastructure stuff and we'll get that new server finely tuned. All right. So feed cache, that is feed cache. So whenever you leave, whenever you go to any other page, whenever you come back to the home, it will take you to where you were in the feed, and it will put that Get New Post button at the top. Mobile, desktop, anything, it'll take you right back to where you were. If you are already on the home page and you click home, it's the same as Get New Post. It'll completely refresh that whole feed. Okay? Feed cache. Remembering where you were in the feed. That was I think the most requested item on that wish list thing. All right. There was a lot of stuff in the wish list about filters, actually. Filters. And we're making things consistent throughout the site, just like simplifying and making things work in a similar way. So if I go into all events, there are now event types. And Ian specifically was like, can we filter on those event types? and you can't. So now there are filters on the events page. It didn't even used to be there. So you can go in here and say, show me all of the esports events. And the filters are always the same. It's just like this. Show me all of the esports type events. And again, the type of event is like this little bubble here. So there are events that you can attend. There are events that you can watch, like a show. There are highly anticipated releases that you may want to have an eye on. But I just clicked on esports and it'll show me all of the esports events. This is a subtle thing, but it didn't exist before. But you'll now see a filter summary when you filter things. Not just on events, but all over the place. So it's telling me I'm looking at events type esports. I mean, we should have always had that, but now we have it. And you can click on this thing and bring out this filter, and then you can filter again, like show me all Rocket League esports events, right? This is just an example on events page, but these filters just like this exist all over the place, including on lists, which was another thing that was requested. Somebody said, I want to be able to see all lists that I haven't created yet. So I go into the filter, I go into your activity, not created, right? So filters, not created. Let me see all of the lists that I have not created that are the most popular. Multiple purchases and hated. That makes sense to me. So I haven't created that, but it is popular amongst Channel 3 people. 60 people have created it, right? And the filter summary, it exists right there, okay? So ability to filter and ability to see your summary of your filter. You can filter to your heart's content. There's so much stuff you can do with that. And that's just kind of a functionality that exists across modern websites where you can filter. The filter functionality where you click this and it drops down, we can always update this as we go and make it more even better UX. But for now, it's just basic like that. All right. Speaking of filters, you can now go to your matches. So remember, if you go to Explore, you get the sitemap. Matches used to be duels, right? Matches is now just all matches right here, duels included. But when you click this, it will automatically take you to your matches, okay? The one your complete match history across Channel 3. And I love this. It will show you how many matches you've completed and your win-loss tie record across all events, all duels, all games, right? Okay? So of all of the matches I've completed on Channel 3, I am 33-73 and one tie. And remember, filters. So if I want to go in here, and I've played in my fair share of Rocket League events on Channel 3, and those are all matches because they're brackets, right? If I go into Rocket League, I can see that my record is 22-51. And I can go in there and look at that, right? I see NASCO. So let me see me versus, so it's you is selected here, me versus NASCO. Filter. Have we played? 0-1. And it's showing team matches too, right? So I've only ever played a match against NASCO in Rocket League in recorded Channel 3 history once, and I lost 2-0. And it was me and Bam Monty. Season 4, week 1. Right? So I can do this. I can go into you. I can say, show me all Mario Kart matches. I'm 5-8 because it's got all these events for esports, all that stuff. Yeah. And you can look up anybody's history, right? So let's not do me. Let's do Darth Smeagol because he's flexing on duels. Let's take out Mario Kart and let's go duels. See, 66 and 29-4. That's pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. All right, I could spend all day in this thing just messing around because you can filter by game, you can filter by match or duel or event matches, by club, all that stuff. I can see this growing and becoming a bigger thing because you'd be able to say like, show me my record versus other people's record and climb up and down like a ladder or a leaderboard, right? I was working with Basic on time trial data and giving him some time trial data for Mario Kart. This could eventually use time trial data as well, you know? Okay. And again, filter summaries. You'll see that all over the place. Filter summaries. All right. What else did you guys ask for? Something that has been asked for since day one is the ability, well, two different abilities on opposite ends of the spectrum. The ability to subscribe to a game or the ability to mute a game. Brian McGinnis. So, if I go into Fortnite, there are a decent amount of posts on Channel 3 about Fortnite. Ironically, Brian McGinnis is one of the most frequent posters about Fortnite, even though he loves to hate on the Fortnite posts. So what I would recommend Brian do is go in here to Fortnite. I believe I see a crown in the number 1 because I'm an admin, but you should still see a button here. If you click on that button, you'll get a context menu. And you can go in here and you could say, edit. Oh, that's just because I'm an admin. Copy link. That should exist for most things. And then this whole section down here is new. You can mute Fortnite, show less, normal, show more, or subscribe. First of all, if you mute Fortnite, posts about Fortnite where Fortnite is tagged will not show up on your home feed. Above the fold in the new posts and below the fold as well and in the feed. Unless you filter. So if you're sorting through your feed and you're like, show me the top posts of all time, and you apply filters, it will show those still because it doesn't want to like obscure those results that you filter. And also, it's not going to filter out quests on the sidebar or on the quest page and so forth yet. But for now, that's what mute does. Show less will significantly reduce that game's appearance above the fold on your home feed. Show more will do more, obviously. And subscribe every once in a while, real frequently, it's going to run and it's going to say, have there been any posts about that game in the past like 2 minutes that you haven't seen yet and you haven't been notified about yet? And it will send you a notification saying, so-and-so just posted about that game. Is that just if it's picked as the game or would a post with an app mention? It's only if that game is selected on the new post like this. Yeah, it's only if it's selected. It's only if it's selected. Yeah. I still think that if you add the game, it should auto-select it though. So, I mean, we can maybe do that at some point. Channel 3 GG, welcome to the chat. Well, we started this early. The key thing to note if you're just joining us is that we are having server performance issues, I think, still, that I will address after I get off of this stream. Yeah. So you can mute, show less, normal, show more, or subscribe. And you have to go to the game page currently to do that. Like you can't do it from the actual post context yet. But I think eventually you should be able to do that. But right now, just go to the game page, Brian McGinnis, and then go to Fortnite, and then go to mute, and then you don't need to just answer quests with Fortnite anymore. You just go to mute, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. All right, and the opposite end of the spectrum, subscribe. It will send you a notification if somebody posts about that game. Here's a game notification. I subscribed to Super Mario Bros. And it says Block Mamba posted about Super Mario Bros. So if I click on that notification, we'll get some server performance issues. This is too slow. We got to fix that. We got to. Did they really? They have server issues? I think this is related to the infrastructure changes, though, Ray. We'll see. But yeah, it'll pull up that post because I subscribed to Super Mario Bros. See, it says subscribe. Cool. So use that. Go to the games you care about. Subscribe. All right. Something else that was requested, though, was the ability to be notified when there's a new post in a club that you're an admin for. So yes, that exists. You may recall if you went to a club page before, there was like this hodgepodge of buttons across the top. It was kind of ugly and confusing. Now everything is collapsed into the context menu. So if you are an admin, you have edit, new quest, new event. Everyone else gets copy link. And then you can mute a club, show less normal, show more, or subscribe to that club, just like you can for games. If you subscribe to a club, just like games, it'll send you a notification when there is a post in that club. And the request, and I think it was from JPEG Mario specifically, was if you're an admin, you want to get notified of posts in your club. By default, admins will be automatically subscribed to the club for which they are an admin. So when you get added to that role, admin, this will change automatically to subscribe. You can override it and change it if you want, but when you get added as an admin, you will be subscribed to the club by default. By default. And then turn it off if it's annoying. You can do that. Cool. That's subscribing and muting. Subscribing and muting. I'm going to go through like a laundry list of things really quick, and then I'll come back and I'll talk about my favorite new feature. All right. This was talked about, like, again, the theme of all of season 10 is like things that you guys asked for. I tried to do as many of them as I possibly could. Things that you guys asked for. In fact, let me just like show you this. You guys can see this, right? Let me make sure. Yeah. This is the spreadsheet I was talking about. I just copied and pasted things that you guys asked for, and I just went through and I tried to do as many as I could. Again, push notifications were the biggest part. So that took a lot of time, and then I just went through and tried to do as many as I could. There's still a lot more stuff. There's still a lot more stuff to do. But the goal is to get a big bright green chunk up at the top. All right. So another thing that was talked about was when you go into a new post, it's a little confusing about adding reactions and photos and links, right? You can do it. It was like one of them got hidden though. Like, so if you go into add photo and then you go into add reaction, it would hide that and then show this. Well, now you can see that as you click these things, it can show all three: URL, image, and reaction, all three, and it makes it clearer. So you can do one of those, or you can do two, or you can do three, whatever you want to do. All right, that's it. There's the sponsorship from WayForward Technologies. I think Dan was the one that was late. I was shouting you out to the masses about how huge of a deal this is for the partnership with WayForward, and all spearheaded by the Dan Tuckett. But we had to put some things in place for that. So this particular quest, again, sponsored by WayForward. And if you go to the prize counter, you'll see that banner across the top. This season 10 is sponsored by WayForward. And again, what that means is they're kind enough to provide free, cool stuff for us to unlock in the prize counter. So it's just them being very cool and supporting what we're doing here on Channel 3. So we want to support them as well. If you click on that banner, you'll see a quick super post about that partnership, which is all very cool. So some features were needed for that. Recommended quests will begin to arrive in your notifications. I think Commander Nikki was talking about that. Some way of getting like quests that show up on the For You page of the quests. If I click all quests, so slow, gotta fix it. But yeah, if there's a quest that the algorithm thinks that you would really like, sometimes you will get those in your notifications to remind you to do them. Okay. There was some talk about chat bubbles for DMs, for group messages, and for match chats. There is a fix that was deployed for that. I still think we have some work to do. There were a lot of requests actually about cleaning up chat and making it a little bit better, and most of those things we did not do yet. So keep those in mind. I would like to work on chat and make it better. There was a request, this was from Nikki, I remember, to filter to not show expired quests. So right here, if you go to status active, it will only show active quests and it will hide expired. So that's one. At this point, we're just going through, there's like a laundry list of stuff. Clubs. Club pages want to have their taglines displayed. If you go to a club page and you go to info, it will show club specific taglines on the info page. I'm going to go through this real quick because this performance is unacceptable to me. I got to like get this thing fixed. Anyway, they will be there, I promise. Dan and Ray, you guys asked for this at one point. You were Dan specifically. You were asking for role-based chat rooms. I don't think I ever told you, but those exist. So now, as admins, we can go into a chat room and say anybody who has this role can get in that chat room, and they will be able to be automatically added if they have that role, or removed if they do not have that role. So we can have like a librarian's chat. We can have an admin chat. That's automated by who has the role. Okay. And let's see. If I go to events, I want to show you something. If I go into a Mushroom Kingdom racing event and you are a club admin, when you are on the results page, check this out. As a club admin, you can specify an event winner tagline, a first eliminated tagline, and a caster tagline. The default is none, but these drop downs will show you the taglines that are associated with your club. So if your club has taglines, you can pick those from here. And then when you disperse the XP for that event, it'll automatically give those taglines to those people. Okay. We may need to have a little bit of restrictions about how many taglines get created for clubs. I know Dan handles that currently, I think, for the clubs, and we can't overdo it. Eventually, we will have like turbo for clubs, and then that'll help handle some of that stuff. But that's there. Two per club, Dan says. That's good. All right. Let's see. Who was this? Gong Show Dad asked for a button for games released on this day. That's there. Easy peasy. Go to when you're in your search, games released on this day. There it is, and it'll pull them up. Happy release day to Dr. Mario, one of the best games of all time. Link content is resolved in the comments. So when you post a link or when you send it in chat, it gets resolved, right? So that it has like the like if it's a YouTube link, it'll do the embed. No, I'm not seeing any. Well, yeah, like this. That's a native video, like this. So when you post a link to a Twitch, it'll embed it into the post automatically. It will now do that in comments as well. So if you were to comment on this post with the YouTube link, it'll do the player instead of just like the link. Okay. Again, stuff that have been asked for. These are like real small stuff, but it adds up. Let's see. If you go to a post that is long, in order to keep the feed a little bit more readable, it'll say show more. Most feeds have this, and now we do too. So if you're in a feed view and it's long enough, it'll say show more, and you click it, one click, and it'll show the rest of it. And that's for posts, and it's also for reviews. Okay, so if you see show more, don't be alarmed. Ray was the first time he saw it. He thought something happened, but you just click that, and you're good. Jamie SMB asked for a My Replies feature. He wanted to be able to see the posts that he replied to all in one spot. So now if you go to the filters on the homepage, under your activity, if you click the reply button here, it will show you only the post that you commented on. Okay. And then you can filter that by, all kinds of things. Only Fortnite posts I commented on this week, right? You can filter to your heart's content. But that's an option here. It's just that little comment icon. That means posts that you commented on. Again, filters are a big deal. There's filters all over the place now. If I go to my games, it's summarizing my filter right here, showing me the ones that I rated most recently. However, I want to show you this. You can now search your filtered results all from one place. Eventually, we may put this in other spots too. Of course, you can use the general search, but if I have a bunch of filters applied here and I want to say, show me all of the games, the Mario games that I've rated, it'll apply that to those filters. And then I can sort that stuff too. Like, what's the most rated game that contains Mario, right? And so forth. So you can filter it directly from there. Cool. Checking the chat. MKR is 4124 taglines. I don't know where you saw that. Is there a line when the show more starts, or can there be a tool for that? It is a line. It's like a certain number of lines down that it starts, and it's every time. Yeah. When you were doing a post, you want to specify where that show more starts? Right now, that's not possible. It's always the same. It's always the same spot. And I can't remember what the number is. All right. Last thing, and then I'll go work on the web servers. And this is one of my favorite things. I hope you guys like it. This was not asked for. All the other things were. But this particular thing is just something that I wanted in place, and given our infrastructure and the library and everything else that we have going on, it was pretty easy to do. And I think it's cool. So check it out. If I am on the feed, I can go in here. And I'm just remembering something. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this or not. But anyway, if I go in here, I can filter on type. Check it out. We have new post types. These things are just going to naturally show up in your feed, but I'm going to filter on these two things to show you. First, let's filter on this little quote icon. Quotes. Let's see all quotes within Channel 3. That's right. Channel 3 now supports quotes for games. Game quotes. So you can scroll through here and you can see them. They're tied to a game. They're in this format where they got this little box and then a game background behind them, and you can see them. So let's show the most one-upped quotes for games of all time. Portal 2, this Cave Johnson quote. Anything Cave Johnson said in Portal 2 is a great quote. But you can see it's the most one-upped game quote in Channel 3. We're just getting started with this, but you can imagine where this thing will go, right? Like IMDb has quotes for video games, right? But this is baked into our entire other library information of video game data and posts and all that stuff. So I can go in here and I can go respawn, and I can respawn that Portal 2 quote. Yeah, all crap. Here we go again. So let's try this. Here we go again. I'm just going to search. And as you know, when you search, it searches the body of posts. Hopefully you guys know that. But when you go full search, it'll pull up all of this stuff. Here you go. God bless, mature. But here it is. That quote is in there, and it's marked as mature. So if you're watching this stream and you are not, don't want to see mature content, I apologize. But there you go. Anytime you see a quote, you got this button, quote, and it'll take you to all quotes in Channel 3. If you click on this guy, it will take you to all quotes for that game. So if you click on that, Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas, quotes, it'll be really slow because of our stupid server issues, but it'll take me to Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and it'll show me all the quotes. Sorry, Dose. He's been tainted. That guy. He's no longer young and naive. But yeah, there's only one quote in there for that. If you are a librarian on Channel 3, and you can be if you want to be, you can enter in quotes. You can. We do want to keep them in the same format where it's like character name and then quote. And they're all kind of like in that same sort of consistent format, unless nobody says it, like your legend grows. I like that one for Ghost of Tsushima. Oh, I got a coin. It's common. But you can kind of scroll through here. I love these. And quotes can also have videos embedded. So like this one, ready, down, hut, 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 hut. So you can put in videos, you can put images in with the quotes, anything, right? I think it's really cool. We should not duplicate quotes, so make sure you got them. Like Portal 2 has a lot of quotes, so if I go in here, you can see, you can scroll through all of the Portal quotes. You could sort them by one-ups. Sorry, that's just the ones that I've one-up to sort it by one-ups, and so forth. But I think that we should have like the pristine, perfect data quality library of quotes for video games on the internet, right? My goal is like when I'm playing a game, like right now I'm playing Ghost. When I'm finished with it, I want to go in there and add any relevant quotes that I think are cool. Yeah, and you should go in there and you should one up the quotes that you like, right? And respawn. You can respawn. You can even like quote respawn. Do fun things with that. Okay, that is quotes. I really like it. I think boy's in there. I think that's in there for God of War. Should be. Okay, that's quotes. The other thing, right along those lines. Apologies for the slowness, guys. Once I get these servers finally tuned and speedy, you guys are going to appreciate it even more because we're going through this slowness. But I'll get it figured out. I'll figure out what's going on. To be honest with you, I feel like part of the issue could be the caching of the feed. So we may turn that off and see if that helps. Just so you know. Commander Nikki, I don't know. I did add a lot of Mass Effect quotes, but I don't know if I have that one. Well, that could be a good one. Could be a good one. All right, so the other thing that's in here is that's quotes, but see this brain icon right next to it? That is trivia. We have quotes and we have trivia. Here, you want pure Inception? We have trivia about the game Trivia. This game starts with 30 tiles. Did you know that? The total possible points is 33, and each time you click incorrectly, 3 tiles drop. This is because the creators of this game really love the number 3. That is a fact. So there's trivia, there's trivia about Target and Enhance, but you can see there's lots of other trivia about various games, a lot of GoldenEye trivia, Grand Theft Auto trivia. You can even mark trivia as spoilers, quotes too. Quotes can have spoiler tags too, just like trivia. So I won't click that. But yes, they definitely can. Like this is cool. Ultra Hand ability is named after a toy that Nintendo made back when they were just a toy company. Pretty cool. So librarians can also add trivia. So I really adore this feature too. Go through and one up and respawn the trivia that you like as well. If you are a librarian or an admin, when you go into new and you tag a game, then you can post as the game. If you are not a librarian or an admin, you don't see this stuff. And if you're just a librarian, you don't see this stuff. You'll see post as the game, and then you can say regular post, quote, or trivia. So if it's a quote, just do it like that. And then you'll put in the character name, colon, and then whatever the quote is, and then post. And yeah, they can be mature, they can be spoilers, just like anything else, and they can include images and all that stuff too. That's quotes and trivia. Very excited about it. I think it's cool. Let's become the premier source for that sort of information. And I love that they're just posts, so you can like have a whole conversation about particular quotes or trivia, because it's just like a post. It's just a post. All right, that's it. That's it. What time is it? It's 12:06. We are in season 10. It's here. Thank you all for your patience as we uncover bugs and issues, especially on the server performance issues. I'll get those things straightened out. No problem. No problem. We got Lion of the West just joining us. Don't worry, the video will be on demand, and the best part of that is you can watch it at 2x speed. You can. But if I have to summarize, and I would like to anyway, just for those joining late, or if you want to know what to take away from this, again, we got new merch, shop.channel3.gg. You can get all kinds of new merch, embroidered stuff. The idea is that holidays are coming up, gifts for gamers on shop.channel3.gg. Go out there and then go to new, and you'll be able to see all the new stuff. A lot of this stuff is like Channel 3 branded things, which I understand only appeals to the super users, but that's really important to me, giving you guys what you want, which is what all season 10 is all about. The other thing is the city of Cincinnati. We're doing an esports league this fall for Super Smash Brothers. We will form teams. We will have season in Channel 3. We'll have schedules. We'll have brackets and finals and all of that stuff all managed within Channel 3. Very excited about that. If your local area municipalities or organizations or Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, 4-H, like any kind of youth organization want to put on a esports league, this technology will help you in a big way. So please reach out to me. I'd love to help with that. Channel 3 Season 10 is sponsored by WayForward. Very cool. Unlike other mainstream social brands, we're not. We're very precious about where we partner and so forth. So only brands and companies that align with the vision and the mission and take part in sort of a mutual partnership. So in this case, WayForward is an independent game developer publisher, been around for decades. They are putting up free games and other cool stuff into our prize counter. So let's show them some love, and then you can head out there. You can earn XP, get tickets, and redeem it for stuff like Switch games, like free Switch games provided by WayForward. Very cool. The rest of the technical features and foundation, a lot of stuff around push notifications. A lot around push notifications. And then the rest of the features, again, this season was all about you guys, the super users. Just went through the things that you guys requested, and I implemented as many as I freaking could. So many. I think it turned out pretty good. So I'm happy with it. I hope you guys are too. I know there are server issues. As soon as I get off of here, I will be fixing them. The wheel drawings, I think Dan and Ray are going to do those. I think. and Dan's even saying tomorrow, I think. We think. We just need to make sure we get the servers back being ultra fast and performing. But man, I didn't even talk about this, but check out all of the great stuff in the prize counter. Dan manages this. He gets a bunch of things in there. A Turbo Season 10 shirt of your choice. These games, controller drawings, Xbox Lite. Oh my goodness. There's a ton of good stuff in here. All this stuff is a surprise to me as well. I'm excited to see it. There's my son, the Lion 5000, swinging and missing. I need that one. And then the other thing that I didn't talk about is the quests. There's a lot of good quests that you're going to see recurring throughout this season that are really cool out there. Specifically, I encourage you guys all to go and buy the Nintendo World Championship NES Edition game. I am going to do that because I think there's a lot of potential for these time trial quests out there this season. All right. That's it for me. I'm going to go fix this freaking server problem. There may be times where I need to reboot servers and stuff, if channel 3 goes down this afternoon, don't worry about it. We're just adding some oil to the engine. That's all. All right. Jump in there and chat. Tell me about defects and bugs. Keep them coming. Thank you for your patience. We'll keep making things great. Cool. See you guys. Channel 3 season 10. Let's go.